Hey guys, welcome to lesson number 4. We are halfway through the course and we had enough of the theory part, and now it's time to start and get with the design of the website and then the animations and the other stuff. So in this lesson we're going to talk about wireframes. So what is a wireframe? What are wireframes? You have probably heard the term somewhere, but what is a wireframe really? So wireframes are just simple black and white layouts that outline some elements of the website, of the features of the site, the navigation of your website. You can think about a wireframe like the blueprint to a home. You know that when a home is or a building is built, you have the blueprint where it shows where the bathroom is, where the walls will be, where is the entrance and stuff like that. Think about the wireframe as a blueprint to a home. You can check out the images that I'm showing you, where they show you the very basic layout of a website. You can see that they are devoid of color. They don't have any color. They are just black and white. Of course, they have different tones of gray. You have a gray scale, and you can see that they have like some sections really simple of how the layout of the website will be. You can find the images. The images are always symbolized with a square, with a rectangle, with a cross in it, with an X, and you can find some of the text. You can set the layout for the logo or the navigation bar and stuff like that. The thing is that you have to do this to know how the website will work. This step, this wireframing, will help you. You have no idea of how much it helps to have a wireframe, because this is the way that you can play around with the elements. You can play around with where the stuff go, where the navigation bar will be, where the logo will be, where I want to put an image here and video here and stuff like that. And when you have that, the next step, which is of course the graphic design of the website, it's so much simpler because you have defined everything about the user interface. You have it defined here on the wireframe. So it's a very necessary step that some people don't do. Some people pass above this step, but it's a mistake because this is a really important step. A wireframe helps you to identify the features of a website. It helps you to check out the architecture of a website, so you can see here how do you want your website to be, how do you want the features to display on your website. And of course, you can do this too for an app too. You can display like a map of the wireframe of an app, so you can know where if the user click here, it sends you to this page, and if they click on this image, it will send you to this link where it will show you a video and stuff like that. This is what the wireframe is about, and this is why it's so important to create a wireframe. And creating a wireframe, of course, it's really simple. It's not as simple as I'm about to show you, because of course I'm not going to focus so much on creating the wireframe, but it's not so hard. All you have to do is to think about how do you want your website to be and make a wireframe out of it, and it's just about going and going until you have a nice architecture where you are happy with how the user experience will be. So I have this file here, and I'm going to create a very simple wireframe of how I want the website to be. It's really simple. I'm not going to focus too much on several stuff. I just want a simple wireframe of how the website will work. Of course, we're going to design only the home page, and then we are going to animate it. So remember that all you have to do is to create some rectangles and think about what do you want for your website, of course. So for my wireframe, I want the logo. For my website, I want the logo to be here on the top left corner. So I want to create a rectangle here. Let's make it with a black stroke. And I'm going to write here logo. You don't have to be so detailed about the design of the wireframe, of course. Actually, you can create a wireframe on a napkin. You can create a wireframe anywhere you want. You can write it on your arm if you want. The idea is to help you to guide yourself when designing the website. So this nobody will see the wireframe of your website, and just this is just for you as a designer to have a map where you can guide yourself. So I want the logo to be here, and I want the navigation bar to be right here. Now I'm still not sure of what the menu will be, so all I will do is to set up the layout of how the menu will be. So these rectangles will represent the text. I'm going to make them, I think they will be a light gray, like this. And I want to have, I don't know, maybe 5 different sections. Alright. And probably should have a search bar. So I will create another rectangle here, maybe bigger, so that we can input some long name in there. Maybe we can make this a different tone. Alright, I have the upper side completed. And this website that we are going to create, this will work like a jukebox where you can hit play and listen to some music, and you can click on another artist, and then you can go to the artist website. So I want the album cover to be right here in the middle, so I'm going to create a rectangle, and I'm going to align this to the middle. Remember, you don't have to create the wireframe on Illustrator. I'm doing this because I think it's easier when I go to the design part to have it on Illustrator. But when I create a website, first, of course, I do it on any page that I have over there, any paper that I have over here on my desk, and I write it, and I probably delete it and start again and again and again and again until I have a well-defined wireframe of what I want the website to be. And later, when I have that, I paste this on Illustrator and go full digital. But of course, we're skipping the handmade part. So I have here the album cover, and I'm going to create an X so that we can know that this is an image. Now this represents an image. So I have the first album cover, and maybe I have the other one here waiting to be selected. This can be lighter because I want this album to be like with less opacity when it's right on this side. So let me play with that tone like that, and maybe another one over here so that it works like a carousel here. And well, maybe I have some buttons in here for navigating the album covers. So we have a previous and next button. Perfect. We should probably have the artist name right here on the middle. So I'm going to place it here, and I want another rectangle, another little rectangle, where I will input the genre of the artist. If it's folk, if it's rock, if it's metal. All right. Now the play button. I can take this same circle and I'm going to draw a play button. In fact, I can put two rectangles here so that I can know that this is a play button, or in this case a pause button. And I should have a link for the artist profile where I can click here and sends me to the artist profile, which is a full image website. So we have the logo, we have the navigation bar, we have the search bar, we have the albums with the song playing, we have the artist name, we have the genre, we have the button to go to the artist profile, the previous and next buttons, and I want this to have an equalizer, so I'm going to just set a rectangle here so that I can know that this space will be for this equalizer. Alright, so when I hit this button, when I click on this button, the artist profile, it will send me to another page. It will turn into another page that will have a different design. I'm going to delete this and delete this and this, and of course this, probably the genre too. So I want this image to cover all the screen, so I'm going to send this to the back. You can make it a different tone if you want. And then I want the artist name to be right here. And maybe I can create a text box like this. We can set this with lorem ipsum like that, doesn't matter, just to set up the layout here. And I want to have some buttons in this part. I want to have I want to have a button to show the live shows, the most popular songs, and the artist album. So here it will be the artist's full image, the same image here, but displayed all around our website. Alright, so that's pretty much the wireframe. So you can see that it's pretty basic. Of course, I already know the design of I already know how will be the design, but of course it will take much more time, where you will have to draw it on paper and go back and again until you feel that the website will work really well, and then go and create a wireframe digital. But well, as I know the design already, I made it so much easier, and you can see that it's pretty simple, just basic shapes with different grayscale tones. But this will save a lot of time when designing the website, because all I have to do now is practically fill this rectangle. So I know that here will be the search bar. I will have the menu here, and I will have the image, and all I have to do is to fill these rectangles with my design. So before I end up with this lesson, I wanted to show you a really nice website which is called Wirefy. And when you are on this Wirefy website, all you have to do is to take this button and paste it on your bookmarks toolbar, and now look at this. Look at how amazing it is. If you open a website, let's open this, and you click here on the new toolbar, the new bookmark. If you click here, it will turn this website into a wireframe, so you can know how the websites that you love, how they create the wireframe. So you can see that we have the video space here, we have some images, we have some text box, more images and videos and stuff like that. And you can do this with any other website. So this is pretty amazing. Of course, it's not fully functional. You can see that some parts are really messed up, but it's a nice way to know how they created this website, how they created the wireframe for these websites. So that's pretty cool. So it's time to finally go to the design part of the course. I'm going to dedicate one lesson to the design of this because it's a pretty simple design, and then we are going to go to the part of the animation. So let's go to the next lesson.